Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan, and the topic of this 10-minute moan is the Labour MP Tulip Siddiq and her recent embarrassing claims against her, which tie her to Putin, but her run-in with allegations goes much further back than today's. So this Tulip Siddiq, her auntie, is the disposed Bangladesh Prime Minister, who was, I think she had about 20 odd years as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. And she is a very controversial figure. This is Tulip's auntie, Sheikh Hasina, right? Now, Sheikh Hasina, she was the Prime Minister, first of all from 1996 to 2001. Then she was a leader of the opposition until 2009, where she became a second time as Premiership between 2009 until recently in 2024. Now, her history is a bit scary, where she's had claims of, bad things throughout her career. Where did I get it? There was a bit on here. During her term, her government led and succeeded in forming an international crimes tribunal to investigate and prosecute suspects involved in Bangladesh genocide committed by the Pakistani army and their local collaborators, right, during the wars. But that was a good thing, right? But her herself has came under so much claims against her. She resigned on the 5th of August as large crowds of demonstrators surrounded the Prime Minister's residence. Her resignation was announced by the General Wazir-ul-Azam, Chief of the Army Staff, later that day. She fled to India in Kuwait in chaotic departure, first by car, then helicopter, and finally by plane. She left no resignation speech. She reportedly flew in a Bangladesh Air Force transporter to Ghaziabad in India, where she was received by the Indian National Security Advisor, along with other senior military officials. So she legged it, right? She had been, as of the 10th of September, she's facing 152 cases, which include 135 for murder, 7 crimes against humanity and genocide, 3 for abduction, 6 for attempted murders, and 1 for attack of a BNP procession. Absolutely mental. She, bit of a scary figure. So this is Tulip, right? This is the Tulip's auntie, the ex Prime Minister, or is it President they have? It's a Prime Minister. Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Now we go on to Tulip, right? Now, she is, I'll just get this, she's no stranger to a wee bit of hold on a minute. I can't find it now. There we go. Tulip Rizwani Siddiq, that's her proper title. Born the 16th of September 1982. And right, she's had a few controversies, and this is before we get to today's one, right, which is an absolute nailer, tying her auntie Putin and £3.9 billion that's kind of disappeared from Bangladesh, right? So anyway, in 2017, she had to apologise for offensive remarks towards a pregnant Channel 4 producer after she was asked about her perceived failure to challenge her aunt, Sheikh Hasina, the now deposed Prime Minister of Bangladesh, who'd been accused of widespread human rights abuses and authoritarian rule, about the imprisonment of a British-trained barrister in Bangladesh. Right, so she had to apologise about this. Then a year later, she praised her auntie as a great role model for her own daughters. Right? In 2019, Siddiq, though she denied involvement in Bangladeshi politics, was accused of using supporters of Awami League to campaign for her in Hemel Hempstead. Now, Awami League is her auntie's Bangladesh political party. There's two there. There's them and the National Party, I think. So, Awami League are a Bangladesh political party, and in 2019, Siddiq has had to deny any involvement with them during her campaigning in Hampstead and Highgate. Footage emerged from a meeting 2 years previous in 2017 with Awami League supporters, in which she said, "I want to thank you, because without your support, I would not have been able to win my seat." So that was in a meeting in 2017. In 2019, she denied any involvement with them. In July 2024, it was announced that Parliamentary Commission Standards was investigating Siddiq for failing to declare income for a rental property, which the Commissioner decided was an inadvertent attempting reasons for late registration. Right? So she didn't register it, but she got away with it. In August 2024, it was revealed that Siddiq was living in a house owned by a businessman with close ties to Awami League. This is the political party in Bangladesh that she said she had nothing to do with, but had thanked previously in a meeting for helping her get her seat in Westminster. Anyway, so this tycoon, an Awami League minister, Salman Rahman, the property was owned by Rahman's son via an offshore company registered in Isle of Man. This is in August 24, this year, right? In December 2024, Bangladesh's anti-corruption, this is the bang up-to-date one, Bangladesh's Anti-Corruption Commission named Siddiq in a probe into infrastructure projects, including a 2013 deal with Russia for the Raipur nuclear power plant, in which it was claimed up to £3.9 billion was embezzled. Siddiq attended the nuclear deal signing at the Kremlin alongside Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The investigation was started through a court application brought on political opponents of Siddiq's aunt. Siddiq's current parliamentary brief includes regulating corruption in the financial sector in the United Kingdom. It's mental, isn't it? Right? So, this is before she became a Prime Minister, an MP. But prior to her being an MP, right, it's a bit mental. Where are we? Where did I get it? Yeah. She worked for Philip Gould Associates. Philip Gould being the Labour strategist, right? She also worked for MPs, including Una King and Sadiq Khan, right? She worked on Ed Miliband's campaign to be the leader of the Tory party, the Labour Party. Isn't it mental how one person can be involved with so many maniacs, right? And in 2008, get this one, she was campaigning for Barack Obama in America. Is there anybody straight she's dealt with? Or is it a prerequisite of dealing with Tulip Siddiq that you've got to have at least a dodgy past? Absolutely mental. So she's now currently the Minister for the City, and in parts that means that she is responsible for regulating corruption in the financial sector, while she herself is currently an investigation through the Anti-Corruption Commission in Bangladesh. Now, I picked up quite a good, oh God, I've just deleted it, report on her current case. Okay? She's in the PM's official spokesperson and his economic secretary to the Treasury had denied any involvement in these claims of embezzlement and continues to maintain her responsibility as Minister overseeing UK anti-corruption efforts. This is from Sky News. and they had some quite, it's alleged to have helped coordinate the meetings in the Russian government regarding the nuclear power plant project. So how she got involved there, I don't know. This is well before she's an MP. This is going back 10, 11 years. And she apparently set up the meetings and then was in the Kremlin when it was all signed off. Her, her auntie, and Putin. But she had nothing to do with it, apparently, right? She's named, Sky News have seen the papers submitted to the High Court Division of the Supreme Court in Bangladesh. Miss Siddiq is named alongside her aunt, the former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. The documents cite an online news report from August and suggest she received embezzled funds that came from the artificial inflation of the construction costs of the power plant, which was mainly funded by the Russian government. It's alleged that £3.9 billion was siphoned off from the project's budget in collusion with Russian officials. Ms Siddiq has been approached for a response about the case, which the Tories claim was the latest stain in Keir Starmer's judgment. Matt Vickers said it was time for Sir Keir's anti-corruption minister to come clean. The Labour Party and government declined to comment. It is understood that the minister has not been approached by Bangladesh authorities in relation to the allegations as yet. A party source suggested that the accusations originated from a spurious American aerospace website. Okay. Downing Street said Sir Keir Starmer had confidence in Ms Siddiq. The legal claim has been made by Bobby Hajjaj, a political opponent of Hasina. Hasina fled Bangladesh in August and resigned as Prime Minister after a total of 20 years in power. Her departure followed weeks of deadly protests in the country, and the new government has accused Hasina of multiple crimes while in office. Ms Siddiq was photographed with Hasina in 2013 at the signing ceremony in the Kremlin alongside Russian President Vladimir Putin. She was a councillor for London Borough of Camden at the time. There you go. What a story. So, how many of these strange coincidences can the Labour government survive? Now, this is quite bizarre because we keep getting told that if Elon Musk tries to support any British political parties, that's a bad thing because that's external influence on our politics. This woman has, has been put in power by the party of her auntie in Bangladesh, who controlled for 20 years and are now seem complicit in a number of excruciatingly painful accusations, including extortion. You couldn't make it up. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please hit the subscribe and notifications bell. Let me know your comments below. But most importantly of all, as long as you're not one of these Labour Party crackpots who want to have, they're like the SNP on a bigger scale, aren't they? They want everybody else to be judged by different means than themselves. But as long as you're not them, not you, but
everyone else, have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.